Picture this: you just received your salary and you're excited about all the things you can do with it. But hold on a second. Before you go on a spending spree, it's important that you have a well structured budget in place to help you spend the money wisely and also to avoid going broke before your next salary comes in. So grab a pen and paper, as today we would be doing a real life scenario monthly budget for our friend Tunde, who earns a 550k salary. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Here I share budgeting tips and tricks and productivity contents to help you live life optimally. Please hit the subscribe button if you are yet to do so to join the community. Now let's set the ball rolling. Our imaginary friend Tunde is a hardworking professional earning a monthly salary of 550,000 naira. He lives and works in the city of Lagos, Nigeria. With the inflation and rising cost of living we are experiencing today in this country, how can Tunde budget this 550k salary to take care of his competing needs without getting choked up by these bills and debit alerts? Let's find out. First, a little background about Tunde to give you context. His office is at VI, Victoria Island, but he lives at Agungi, so he commutes daily using a private bus hailing service called Plenty Waka. And he doesn't own a car, right now. Tunde is a single guy, but he has a girlfriend whom he goes on a date with 2 to 3 times in a month, and two younger sisters who live on the mainland with his parents, whom he also has to send occasional monthly support to. Generally speaking, there are fixed expenses and there are variable expenses, which of course make up our monthly expenses. So, what are fixed expenses? These are those regular bills and payments that stay the same each month. For Tunde, this includes his yearly rent, service charge, loan repayment, etc. Variable expenses are more flexible. They can fluctuate from month to month. For Tunde, this is food, groceries, transportation, black tax, entertainment, dining out, and shopping, etc. What I do with my husband is that we allocate a reasonable amount for each of these categories based on our needs and priorities. So let's do that for Tunde. With a monthly income of 550k, Tunde contributes 30k to his emergency fund account and tops up his mutual funds or any other investment with 50k. Since his yearly house rent at Agungi is 750k, he saves 62k monthly in a savings account that gives him about 8% annual interest, which compounds nicely. By saving 62k monthly toward his rent for 12 months, he will effortlessly pay the rent when the time comes. That is not all. He plans on getting a Toyota Corolla in 2 years' time, so he started a sinking fund savings account where he saves 50k monthly toward the car purchase. He pays a 15k monthly service charge on his flat and has been paying 35k monthly to Keme, who gave him a loan of 250k some months ago for an emergency because he didn't have any emergency or regular savings, then where he could get the money from. The good thing is that he's now being intentional about his money, so he would always have a fallback plan for emergencies, which is definitely better than borrowing. All of these six categories are fixed expenses because the amounts are pretty consistent. From this breakdown, you can see that he's able to save a total of 192k monthly, which is about 35% of his total salary. If Tunde had a promotion at work with a salary increase, I'd advise him to not increase his lifestyle, but instead use the extra money to ramp up all of his savings. Now let's go over his variable expenses. Remember that he has a balance of 358k left to budget. With this, Tunde budgets 40k to buy light units for his prepaid meter and to fuel his gen, 70k for food and drinks, 60k for transportation because he spends about 2k daily on plenty waka. He sets aside 20k for his data and phone bills, 30k to support his family, 30k for handling his wardrobe needs, 50k for entertainment and dining out with his girlfriend, and there is like an 8k balance for anything that may come up that he did not budget for. So that sums up to a total of 65% of his monthly earnings spent on his living expenses. That's his upkeep. So put yourself in Tunde's shoes. Would this budget realistically work for you? I think I'd like to do more real life scenario budget breakdowns like this on this channel. So let me know in the comments what you think, and feel free to suggest income amounts I should use in subsequent videos. It could be like, okay, 250k salary if you live maybe in the southern part of the country, or even if you live outside of Nigeria. How much do you think I should use to create a real life scenario budget breakdown? I look forward to hearing your feedback. In summary, I'd like to remind you that budgeting is all about finding the right balance that works for you. What works for Tunde may not necessarily work for Ifoma, even if Ifoma earns the same 550k monthly salary. This is because their needs and responsibilities may differ, and maybe they don't even live in the same city, in which case the cost of living, as we know, will not be the same. Also, that you create a monthly budget today does not mean that it has to stay the same forever. Nope. As you track your daily expenses, you may notice that you tend to spend more on some things or less on others. With this information, you should be able to review your budget and adjust it accordingly every now and then. In many cases, you will find that you overspend in certain areas, and in that case, you definitely need to cut down. The Mula Budget Template is a perfect tool to help you create a monthly budget and track your daily expenses. Once you type in your figures, the historical calculation summaries will automatically be calculated for you, and you can see how much you have spent on different things, how much you saved, how much you invested for a full year, and all of that. See the link in the description box to below to download it. If you found this video helpful, remember to give it a thumbs up and to subscribe to my channel for more practical finance tips and tricks. If you have any questions whatsoever or want to share your own budgeting methods, feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.